Hi, this is Jayanti. Today I am here to discuss about the parameters of transmission line. Already on the last two sessions I have discussed how to calculate the inductance of single phase transmission line. Now today I will discuss how to calculate the inductance of three phase transmission line. Actually there are several cases for inductance of three phase transmission line. First one is the transmission line with symmetrical spacing, then transmission line with asymmetrical spacing, then the transposed transmission line where the transposition is required. Next, three-phase double circuit lines, and the last one is the bundle conductors. Now first one, let's consider the inductance of three-phase transmission line. Suppose to say there are three conductors. Suppose to say there are three conductors situated at the corners of equilateral triangle. At the corners of equilateral triangles, and the distances between the centers of any two conductors is represented by capital D, and the radius, actual radius of each conductor can be written as R here. The current flowing through these three conductors of three phases are represented by IA, IB, IC respectively. Then first one, consider here the conductor A, then the flux linkage of conductor A in a phase A can be written as lambda equals to 0.4605 IA log 1 by R dash plus IB log 1 by D plus IC log 1 by D. Actually on the first session regarding the inductance of transmission line, we have derived there the generalized expression for the flux linkage of ith conductor can be written as summation of the self part, that is II into LII, where LII is nothing but the self inductance of ith conductor, plus summation of j equals to 1 to n. If there are n number of conductors connected in parallel, then we have to take all the conductors, effect of all the conductors except the conductor considered itself. So here we will write J naught equals to I, and it will be, instead of LII, it will be MIJ, that is the mutual inductance in between the conductor I and J due to the flux linkage in between the conductor I and J, and it will be due to the effect of current IJ. Okay, so if we can compare this expression with this expression, then the flux linkage for conductor A can be written as IA. Here II is substituted by IA and LII is represented by 0.4605 log 1 by R dash. Then for having the mutual part, we have to consider here IB, effect of IB and IC, that is IB into 0.4605 log 1 by D plus IC into 0.4605 log 1 by D. That one is the flux linkage for conductor A or for conductor in phase A. Then similarly, in the same way, we can write for conductor B also, for conductor C also. Okay, and here we have assumed that the balanced three-phase condition. Balanced three-phase condition means the phasor sum of all the currents is 0. Phasor sum of all the currents is 0. So here IB plus IC can be written as minus IA. So this flux linkage can be written as 0.4605 IA log 1 by R dash minus IA to log 1 by D. That is nothing but 0.4605 IA log D by R dash. And under balanced condition, inductor of conductor in phase A can be written as, inductors can be written as just by lambda A divided by IA. Lambda A divided by IA. Which one is nothing but LA, 0.4605 log D by R dash. And as we have assumed here the symmetrical spacing, so yeah, lambda A equals to lambda B equals to lambda C, and thereby we will have identical inductances. That is, the inductance for all the three phases will be equal in magnitude. LA equals to LB equals to LC. But in actual practice, it's not happening. In actual practice, it's not happening. That means the inductances, that means the conductors are not situated at the exactly at the corners of equilateral triangle. Suppose to say there are the three conductors, just like that. Conductor A, B, C, carrying current IA, IB, IC respectively in three phases. And this distance, actually this distance will be a straight line, not curve. DAB, DBC, DCA. We have to consider here the distance between centers of any two conductors. Okay, just like that. And the radius of each conductor is written as R actually. Then what can be written as flux linkage for A phase A, B, C can be written as lambda equals to 0.4605 IA log 1 by R dash plus IV log 1 by DAB. Here DAB not equals to DBC not equals to DCA plus IC log 1 by DCA. In the previous case, we have written that instead of DAB D, instead of DCA, we have written D. For the flux linkage of phase B, it can be written as 0.4605 IA log 1 by DAB plus IV log 1 by R dash plus IC log 1 by DBC. In the same way, the flux linkage for phase C can be written as 0.4605 IA log 1 by DCA plus IB log 1 by DBC plus IC log 1 by R dash. R dash is nothing but the fictitious radius here of each conductor. So in the generalized expression can be written as this one is a flux linkage matrix, that one is a Coulomb matrix equals to the inductance of the three-phase transmission line having asymmetrical spacing multiplied with the current matrix. Current matrix is nothing but the Coulomb matrix having the three-phase currents IA, IB, IC. And one more thing I want to add here. Due to this asymmetrical spacing, though the sending end voltage may be balanced, even the line current may be balanced, but the receiving end voltage will not be balanced. Receiving end voltage will be unbalanced due to the unequal magnitude of the inductances for the three phases. Receiving end voltage will be unbalanced. So here the inductance matrix can be written as 0.4605, then one is the log part. Now let's consider for balanced three-phase current. We have assumed here balanced three-phase currents. So suppose to say we are considering here current IA as the reference phasor. This one is IB, this one is IC. That means the magnitude of these three currents are equal, but they are 120 apart from each other. We are taking IA as the reference phasor here. And we are representing IB, IC in terms of IA. How? Alpha square IA, IC equals to alpha into IA. Where alpha is nothing but a complex number complex operator having the magnitude 1 angle 120. So alpha square 1 angle 240, alpha cube equals to 1. So IB is nothing but alpha square IA, IC is nothing but alpha IA. Just by substituting this expression on the previous slide, we will have inductances for phase ABC as 0.4605 log 1 by R dash. That was IA. So log 1 by R dash plus alpha square. That one was IB part for the flux linkage for the current flowing through conductor B. That is IB. IB means nothing but alpha square. IB is nothing but alpha square IA. So it will be alpha square log 1 by DAB plus alpha log 1 by DCA. For phase B, it will be lambda B divided by IB, that is 0.4605 the alpha log 1 by DAB plus log 1 by R dash. How it's coming here? Just see here, that was IA. So IA divided by IB. IB is nothing but alpha square. IB is nothing but, just I am showing it. IB is nothing but alpha square IA. IB is nothing but alpha square IA. And again, it can be, there was IA. So while we are considering here divided by IB, lambda b divided by IB. Just there was one IA. So IA divided by IB will be IA divided by IB will be 1 by alpha square. That one is nothing but alpha by alpha cube equals to 1. So we can write here alpha. We can write here alpha into log 1 by DAB plus log 1 by R dash plus alpha square log 1 by D base C. And the next term, that is the inductance for phase C, will be lambda C divided by IC 0.4605 alpha square log 1 by DCA plus alpha log 1 by DBC plus log 1 by R dash. And next one is the inductance of transposition or transposed transmission line. Already I have told what's the disadvantage of the asymmetrical spacing, though it cannot be overcome because from the constructional point of view, the three phases, the conductors for the three phases are not at corners of the equilateral triangle. That means that is the asymmetrical spacing in practical case. And that's why the receiving voltage is unbalanced. But thereby the values obtained for the inductances for three phases are complex, and thereby the studying the power system will be complicated. So to simplify it, the inductance of transposed transmission line is required, or transposition of transmission line is required. How it's obtained? Let's see here. Supposed to say there are three conductors, conductor A, B, and C. Conductor A, B, and C in position 1, 2, and 3, and current flowing through this conductor written as IA, IB, IC. Then the position of these conductors are exchanged after a regular interval along the length of the transmission line, just like that. Supposed to say the first portion is considered as section 1. Then for section 2, conductor A or phase A is occupying the position 2, just position of conductor B. Conductor B in the previous case is now occupying the position of conductor C, and conductor C is occupying first position for section 2. For the third section, just this one is shifted by 1. This one is shifted by 1. Who is shifted? 3. 2 is shifted to 3. 1 is shifted to 2. And 3 is shifted to position 1. Just like that. After regular interval, this position is changed or exchanged. Just like that. This one is section 3. This one is nothing but the transposition of the transmission line. And supposed to say the distance between these conductor, distance between for section 1, supposed to say we are considering here, there are 3 conductors situated at the corners of a triangle, just like that, A, B, C at position 1, 2, 3 respectively, and the distance between them can be represented as DAB, DBC, and DCA in this way. Then this exchange of the position or interchange of the position of the conductors at regular intervals along the length of the transmission line is called the transposition of the transmission line. And what is happening here? The inductance per phase can be obtained by taking the average of the inductance of all the 3 phases. L equals to LA plus LB plus LC divided by 3. And here L equals to 0.4605 log dm by ds, where dm is the mutual GMD and ds is the self GMD. dm equals to dab, dbc, dca to the power 1/3, and ds equals to fictitious radius. If actual radius of the conductor is taken as r, then the self part will be r dash. And it's all about today's session.